All-Stars are entering into the bubble. They've just been having their COVID-19 PCR tests, and they that are negative head to the what? Head to the to Nakirebe, and the excitement is high, you know, because the quality of the Baseball All-Stars Championship was quite high, and already, you know, with social media, everybody's around the country who is in the world of the sport beyond the borders of Uganda up to Europe and the US. They're so excited. We are getting so many people communicating to us because they were watching these games and they're seeing the quality of our sport. We are positioning ourselves to be number one in Africa.
You've got to top of South Africa, and it's a big ask, I know.
And that
it's a big ask, I know.
And we are at that. We are ready and up for the game.
Okay.
Because we must. You see, it's how you position yourself. And besides that, we have the talent, we have the skill, we have the technicality, we have the coaches who are dedicated. You saw it. This is a technical sport. You don't wake up and run around and you can become excellent in it. You have to put in enough man hours, training hours. Yes. You saw like what is in that facility. There is the gym, you know, and to our advantage, you see I'm putting on Dodgers. This is one of the biggest franchises in the US, in Los Angeles, where there is going to be the Olympics in 2028. And baseball and softball will be featuring. Now, the Dodgers are down here. They are looking and picking and seeing the quality of the athletes. So if the Dodgers are here, and they are seeing our athletes having the quality to join to join college and high school, so that there is hope for them to be drafted into the Dodgers. What a great deal! So, as the administrators of the sport and the managers, we now know the baseline, and it gives us room to work harder and work better and make the sport exciting, interesting, to attract everybody.
Okay, now talk Ugandans through how you're going to arrange the softball for the girls.
Yes.
And maybe which teams are in, maybe if you know some of the girls, okay, prior to the COVID-19 test, because you never know what happens for that PCR.
Yes. No, the ones who have already gone in, they are negative.
All of them are negative. How many girls do you expect down there? Which teams? How is the format going to be like? Because for the All-Stars Baseball Championship, it was 6 teams in there. They played themselves in a what? Triple down round robin?
It was, yes, round robin. Then eventually we got the ones who had the highest points to go for
number 1 versus number 4, number 2 versus number 3 in the semi-final of sorts.
Yes.
Semi-final playoff.
Yes.
Okay, how is how are the girls going to prepare for this, and how are they going to play? Which format?
The girls, we are coming up with 4 teams. Okay. We are looking at 60 girls, and in these 4 teams, they are going to play they are going to play each other, what would call like home and away. And after that, and it's going to be shorter. It's going to be shorter for 1 week. Starting Monday, by Friday, we'll be having the champions. Now, the same model we did in baseball is happening in softball. After all these athletes, we are going to make the 4 different all-star teams. Now, this all-star team model helps every player to be ready for a selection on the national team, and also makes every coach to be ready to be given a task on the national team. Why? Because these national teams come out from countrywide, and a coach manages players that he has not been managing all along, and players meet other players that are not playing with in their clubs, in their communities, and they have to work it quick to have quick communication in the sport, coordination, and perform well. So that's also another training that the coaches are going through. Yes, you saw now with the same model with softball, we have a scout from Japan who's going to be there to see how the girls are faring, and we're having high hopes.
Okay,
that's going to go well.
We're running short on time, Felix, but in a minute, can you talk? I know you weren't only helped by the school AVRS. You must have had other partners in securing the All-Star Baseball Championship. I'm certain there is one that you've not talked about that helped you out. And what was the contribution of government, especially through National Council of Sports? In a minute, then the final minute, I want you to talk to anyone, your loved ones especially, because you're putting on a ring. Please talk to your wife.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
And we shall call it a day.
That's a good one.
Please take it on.
Well, all these things cannot happen without government guiding and government supporting. And I want to thank National Council of Sports for clearing us after we qualified to be cleared for the championship, the same as for the softball. And then we went ahead to talk to the Ministry of Sports to see how we can handle the issue, which is now the biggest challenge of the COVID tests. But other than that, we come up this side where we have to have our own private model on how to solicit funds from ourselves who are in charge of the federation to see that the championship goes on. You saw the kind of organization, the kind of order which was there, and it's the order that only can be used to also attract sponsors. And speaking to the sponsors out there, come support baseball and softball. It's a very interesting sport, well organized, and there's no way that we can fail. And above all, to my family, my wife over there, thank you for being, you know, the ladies are in the background when we are standing in front. And whoever said that to every successful man, there is a very, very strong
formidable woman
behind it. So
you're a perfect example.
I am a perfect example on that, and I subscribe to that school of thought.
Thank you very much, Felix Okuye, and to Muchala Okuye. Thanks very much for giving us a man who is very articulate and passionate about his sport, like we are together Broadcasting Corporation. If we go for a break, Felix will leave that seat, and it will be assumed by a young gentleman called Mr. Michael Sefuma Luwandaga, who will talk sport for you. His club, his beloved club, Man United, are leading a game 1-0 over Everton. Antonio Martial scored 43rd minute.